this stuff is google.com and Wikipedia.
Very good. All right, so the Yukon Territory, kind of an interesting place. We were saying, not a whole lot of people live there because it is pretty far up north, and for the most part, it's pretty cold and snowy, and just not a whole lot going on there. But you could kind of see it's this red section clear up north. It's actually a territory. It's not considered a province, and that's because so much of it is unpopulated. I mean, like I said, the weather's pretty bad, so much of it is people are unable to even be there. So you can notice that the farther north you get, Nunavut territory, and the Northwest territories, and of course Yukon territory, are not actually provinces. But, all right, good job, Keely. Fantastic. Let's see, we haven't heard yet from Christian, Jeremy, Kaylee P, and that's it. So, do I have any volunteers? Your microphones are on. So, how about Jeremy? Jeremy, are you there? Jeremy. Hello. Christian, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, well, who that was you, Jeremy. Jeremy, are you ready to share your presentation?
I'm scared.
You're scared? Well, do you want to
I
just
guess I am.
Oh, you'll be fine. We're all doing it.
I think it looks weak. I don't know.
Oh, it's okay. Which province did you do, Jeremy?
God dang phone. Get the phone. The New Brunswick.
Okay, so New Brunswick, which I like because it has my name in it. Here it is. New Brunswick is this little blue section here by Nova Scotia, just south of Prince Edward Island. So it's this little blue section. I'm going to make you the presenter.
Oh,
You'll see something on your screen that says "Show my
show
screen."
screen. Yes. Yes. Show my screen. Stop sharing screen. Okay. Well. Hold on, just one second. So, yeah, there it is. Can everybody see it? Oh, is this in the way right here? Is this in the way? Is this in the way?
No, you're fine. Just go ahead and scroll up to the top. So you did, does it look like a Word document? But that's okay. Just go ahead and share it with us.
It's so small. Well, I did the New Brunswick. Oh man, and mm, the
Do you want to just read it, Jeremy?
oh okay. The terrain is is quite a bit of mountains, and otherwise it's kind of rugged terrain.
Huh.
And the climate is they have four seasons like Colorado. January is considered the coldest month, and July is the warmest.
Hmm.
Temperatures range from negative 35 degrees up to 90 degrees.
Wow.
The language basically spoke there is French and English. Haley, you can get quiet. Fredericton, am I reading that right? Fredericton
Uh-huh.
is the
Fredericton.
capital of St. John, and St. John is the most populous city. Son is the province largest case.
Basically, it's its largest city,
Yeah.
metropolitan area. So, yeah, you're
New
doing
Brunswick is
fine. Don't
found
worry.
on the North Bay, Quebec's Gaspé Peninsula,
Peninsula,
Peninsula, and
Chaleur Bay.
along the east coast of the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and New New Northumberland shrink in the
It's all right. It's
southwest.
a bunch of funny French words. I know it's kind of hard to read. So why don't you just show us what your picture is showing?
I got the flag up here, and I also got the a little map here that shows where it kind of is.
Yeah, where it is. Good.
And I got one also like about like all the cities and stuff here.
Yeah, so that's a up close view of the actual little place. And this part should be easier for you to read. So go ahead.
When Sam de Cap
It's
Plain
Samuel de Champlain, and that's a French name, so it's okay.
and other European explorers began to explore the area that became New Brunswick. In the early 1600s, they were met by the Mail Street rivers and coasts. Miller Britain, 1912 1968, Paris crew. Eight, these are like famous people.
Yeah.
Paris crew, 1867 to 1871,
Uh-huh.
and Nathan Cummings, right? Yeah,
Yep.
was from 1896 to 1995. New Brunswick's performing arts campaign
Companies.
give about 500 performances before a total audience of over 200,000 each year. The Capitol Theater in Mon
Moncanton, it looks like.
yeah features plays, musicals, and dance tributes. Right? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the playout. The Playhouse in Fredericton offers performances in dance, music, and theater. Based in St. John, Symphony New Brunswick performs some 30 concerts a year in St. John, Fredericton, and Mon.
Moncton.
The New Brunswick Public Library System and partnership between the a partnership between the prov-
The
provincial
provincial, so that's basically the province government.
and individual communities province access to the province's collections of more than 1.8 billion times.
Okay.
NBPLS regional libraries include Albert, Westmoreland, Kent, New York, York, Chal,
Chaleur, St. John.
St. John, and Bib.
And then another French thing, it looks like the Bibliothèque Regional du Haut Saint John. So basically, just to kind of summarize this paragraph, because I read ahead, it looks like they have a lot of libraries and they have a lot of art galleries. So that's kind of what they're famous for. And then scrolling down to the very bottom, it looks like they are into the professional hockey league. They have baseball and soccer and football matches. They do a lot of sailing, kayaking, canoeing, golf, and bird watching for other popular outdoor activities. So, Jeremy, did I summarize that okay for you?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I know there's a lot of French names and that kind of stuff. So that's fine, Jeremy. So thanks again. And it looks like we have Christian and Kaylee left. So Christian, I think I'm going to make you the next presenter. All right.
Okay, I just eh,
All
top
righty.
screen.
So, Christian, you're going to see something on your screen that says show my screen. So go ahead and push show my screen.
Okay.
And Christian, which province did you study?
I did Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. I love that. Okay. So that's kind of in the
Okay.
middle of the country, kind of like right above Montana. Think of it that way. So I'll show you the picture again in a second. But whenever you're ready, Christian.
Okay. The weather is extreme. It has 2,435 hours of bright sunshine. It can either be really hot or really cold. Important features of Saskatchewan are the clear skies and resulting sunny weather. It has a relatively dry climate with obvious seasons. The winds, mountains, and precipitation all affect the weather.
Good.
Saskatchewan is located in the heart of North America. It is located in Canada in between Alberta and Manitoba. The
Yep.
coordinates are 55.1167 degrees north and 106.500 degrees west.
Okay.
The terrain consists of rock exposures, lakes, a sandy region, and flat plains.
And do they grow crops on those plains? I think maybe they do. Actually, isn't it called like the breadbasket of Canada?
Mhm.
Yeah. So they actually grow quite a bit of like the wheat and stuff on that in that particular area.
The flag features a coat of arms in the upper left corner where the pole is mounted, with the floral emblem, the western red lily, in the fly. And the fly is where it flaps in the wind.
Oh, okay.
The capital of Saskatchewan is Regina. The major cities are Saskatoon, Regina, Prince Albert, Moose Jaw, Lloydminster, North Battleford, Yorkton, Swift Current, Estevan, Weyburn, Melfort, Humboldt, Meadow Lake, Melville, and Kindersley.
Good.
Okay. Language spoken. The languages spoken in Saskatchewan are French and English, mostly French and English. And then the historian. The first European to enter Saskatchewan was Henry Kelsey in 1690, who traveled up the Saskatchewan River in hope of trading fur with the province's Indonesians.
That's
Indi-
indigenous people, which means
indigenous.
like the Native Americans.
Mhm. Famous people from Saskatchewan. Chief Big Bear, he was one of the chiefs of one of the Indian tribes. Bernie Brown and Sharon Butella. These are just a couple of the many famous people in the province.
Yep.
Okay. Historical events. In 1885, they engaged in their first naval battle. Was fought when a steamboat engaged the Metis at the Northwest Rebellion. Then my sources were Wikipedia, Thesaurus, and the dictionary.
Oh, okay. Well, fantastic. And let's give everybody who's presented so far a round of applause. I forgot to do that since um, we were going a little faster, but that was really interesting. I will change the presenter back to me so that we can see on the map again um, where Saskatchewan, I can never say it, Saskatchewan is located. So you can see right here, it's in the very center. It's landlocked. So a lot of Canada is very coastal, but this is definitely not. Definitely the breadbasket. And if you think about it, if you just go a little farther south, you're in America, which is the breadbasket of America. That's the middle of our country right here. So it makes sense that they would be growing the same crops there as well. All right. Let's go to Kaylee P. Are you ready, Kaylee? Because I'm about to make you the presenter. Perfect. And Kaylee, your microphone should be on. So which province did you study?
I studied Manitoba.
Okay.
Location. Manitoba is near the center of Canada, neighboring Saskatchewan. It is right above the United States. The terrain. The south and central part of Manitoba was once covered by Pleistocene or something. Lake Agassiz, as its water receded into Hudson Bay. It left behind numerous lakes, the largest being Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Winnipegosis. The rivers, including Netson, Churchill, and Hayes, that flow northeast into the bay. In some places underlying, oops, sorry.
No,
I
that's
think I clicked
okay.
something.
And I can't help you much with the text because it's kind of small. So, um, do you see that button up there on the control panel that looks like a little magnifying glass?
Mm-hmm.
If you push that and make it a little bigger, that's font size, but that works too. Okay.
Um, An expanse of almost uninhabited tundra surrounds the port of Churchill. It extends south from Churchill and east from Lake Winnipeg, a topography that is of the Canadian Shield. Only some areas have been cleared for general farming and dairying. The mineral and timber resources have been partly developed. Southern Manitoba is dominated by lakes, with Winnipeg paralleled in the west by Winnipegus and Manitoba. Most of the province's population is concentrated in river valleys south of these lakes. To the west and north of the Red River Valley, the lake rises in an escarpment extending into the plateaus of Pembina, Turtle, Riding Duck, and Porcupine Mountains. Much of the heavily frosted area has been set off by reserves and the Riding Mount area of a national park.
Okay, so heavily forested areas, definitely.
That was good. Ugh, too small again. Just saying sorry.
It's okay.
Manitoba's climate ranges from subarctic to the north extreme centennial in the south. Winters are harsh and summers are moderately warm. The average annual temperature recorded in Winnipeg in January was minus 18 degrees centigrade, about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. In July, it was 21 degrees Celsius, about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. The lowest temperature recorded was minus 52.8 degrees Celsius. Ugh. Celsius. Oh, in 1899 at Norway House in the northeast. The highest recorded temperature was 44.4 degrees Celsius in 1936 at St. Albans. The average annual precipitation is 460 millimeters, Southern Manitoba gets frequent thunderstorms and occasional tornadoes, with warm, moist air masses from the southern United States.
Cool. All right. I'll just throw in a little side note too. Um, and this is something, don't let me forget to talk about this later, and I didn't tell you beforehand, so it's not a big deal. But in the future, when you guys make presentations, um, usually what you do is you'll put bullet points on your presentation and you'll put just a couple words, maybe even a sentence, but that's about it. And then you take those bullet points and you take that sentence and you just talk about it instead of reading like paragraphs onto a slide. But it's totally fine. It was just a little thought I had along the way that we'll get together sometime and kind of talk about making a presentation and what they look like and how to make them the best. So, okay, go on.
Given royal approval in October 1965 by Queen Elizabeth II and officially proclaimed on May 12, 1966, the flag of Manitoba consists of the red ensign with the armorial bearings centered on the right half. The red ensign was, at the time, of the flag of Manitoba. The shield is topped by St. George's cross on the white background, represented King George II and symbolized British heritage. The bison represents the once vast herd of bison which once roamed freely throughout the province and provided food and clothing not only to the Aboriginals but to the early settlers as well.
So that's the Aboriginals, which would actually be like the Native Americans.
And the capital of Manitoba is Winnipeg, and the two major cities are Brandon and Thompsons.
Okay.
And then the languages spoken, and this is a map of where they were spoken. You can't really see it.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
But,
tell us.
yeah. So, oops, trying to make it bigger. Sorry, I
Instead, we
think I
made it
messed that up.
smaller, but that's okay.
And then my sources are Wikipedia, Answers Encyclopedia, Word Atlas, and Oracle.
Okay, very nice, guys. All right, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yay! All right, so your Canada presentations, if you have not emailed them to me, oh, do you still have more, Kaylee?
Oh,
You did the travel guide, didn't you?
I don't, I don't think so. I could, but
No, do it right now. No, that's okay, because that's the most interesting part, the travel guide. And we have a couple minutes anyway, so it's fine.
whoa, why is everything so huge now? There we go. The arts. The town of Morden, Manitoba was established in 1882 and celebrated its 125th anniversary in 2007. Tourism is growing here fast with a number of significant events, including the Node Annual Corn and Apple Festival in August, and the Black 40 Music Festival in June. The Winnipeg Art Gallery is a public art gallery that was founded in 1812. Its permanent collection includes almost 24,000 pieces and a certain significance to Canada's art.
Good.
Manitoba's Theatre for Young People is a theater for children and young adults in Winnipeg, performing at the CanWest Performing Arts Center and the Folks. Manitoba's Theatre for Young People's annual attendance usually exceeds 10,000 people per year. Within the theater complex, there are two performance venues,
Venues, yeah.
a 300 a 315-seat main stage, and a smaller hall. The smaller hall does not have the theater seatings as such it is used primarily as a rehearsal hall and multi-purpose room. The building also features 4 classroom studios, producing the wardrobe shops, a green room, 2 full dressing rooms, a box office, and a lobby. The theater is 5,270 square feet in size with a 1,344 square feet stage area. The black box style theater seats up to 315 people. Sports and recreation. Curling is a sport that players slide stones across a slab of ice toward an area which is sectioned into 4 rings. 2 teams, each of 4 players, take turns sliding heavy granite stones across the ice curling sheet toward the house, a circular target marked on the ice. This is one of Canada's favorite sports in which to watch and play. And my sources were Wikipedia, Thesaurus, and Dictionary.
Okay, very nice. All right, so I hope everybody was paying attention to all of these different presentations because you're going to have a huge test on all of these different presentations on Monday. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to see your faces. But anyway, going forward, what we'll be doing next week, we're not going to have any new assignments for social studies. So, because it's, 2 days or whatever. But going forward, we're going to start trying to find a way, and this will be me creating this, to link, our learning that we did of Canada into what we need to know about our own country here in North America. Your 6th grade standards are kind of interesting. Like you're supposed to learn about the Western Hemisphere, specifically Canada, and then like South America. So I think it's still important, though, to link it back to what we really need to know, and that's kind of things about our own country. So I'll be coming up with some other little projects for you. But just a little reminder, if you have not shared your presentations with me or emailed them to me or whatever, make sure you do that. What I'm probably going to do is create a Google site and then put them all up on the site so that we can go back to them and look at them later. And then, like I said, you won't have any new assignments next week, though. But this was really fun, guys. So give yourself a pat on the back. Yay! Say, oh, Canada! Woo! And Canada, by the way, does not celebrate Thanksgiving in November like we do. They celebrated it, I think, on October 1st. That was like their Canadian Thanksgiving. But nevertheless, have a good week. And if you have any questions about anything, come to the help session on Monday morning. And if you don't have any questions, then I will see you the following week in normal VCs. So, all right. I'll see you later. Bye.